What is going on, you beautiful people? I hope you're having an amazing week, or hope you had an amazing week. This is Friday the whatever. I don't know. It's Friday, October something, right? October 1st, and you know what that means? Friday, October 1st means it is Disney World's 50th anniversary. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that in this video. Now, it is a huge deal here at Disney World to be a part of this. It is their 50th anniversary. Disney World opened up on October 1st in 1971. Now at that time, they only had three properties, three hotels, if you will. One of them's not really a hotel. So you had the Contemporary Resort, you had the Polynesian Resort, and you had Fort Wilderness, the campground. And those were the only resorts they had back in 1971 when they opened up. And I believe now we've got 23 and counting, something like that. So it's really cool being a part of that. I got my name tag, which is the, let me show you that. I never thought I'd be, happy about having a name tag as a almost 60-year-old man, but this is pretty cool. I don't know if you'll be able to, if it'll focus on that or not, but they're iridescent. Let me see. Oh yeah, I get the light shining on it. But these name tags are specially done iridescent name tags for the 50th anniversary. So pretty excited really for me to be a part of this. I went to Disney World probably starting around 48 years ago or 46 years ago. I can't remember the very first time I came, but the very first time I came, we stayed at Fort Wilderness with my family. And so Fort Wilderness is near and dear to my heart. But it's just really cool to be a part of this celebration, and the company really makes you feel special about being a part of it. Right now, it's, you are the magic is what they're telling us. And so that's really cool. And they really make you feel a part of this celebration, which is really cool. And today, the Magic Kingdom was absolutely packed. And a lot of people there, and a lot of people just really excited about the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. Now, I'm still not officially a driver yet. We're still going through training. So in our last video, I talked about day 5 training. Day 6, 7, and today was day 8 training. Was really cool. Every day my pre-trip, my DOT pre-trip inspection has gotten better. It's a lot of stuff to remember. The whole walk around the bus and brake test and all that kind of stuff. Just a lot of stuff to remember, but it's gotten better and better. This morning, I did a perfect brake test and a really good pre-trip inspection, which would have gotten me through the DOT, which was super exciting. And then this afternoon when we did the brake test before putting the bus away, I just totally spaced again. So it's terrible being an old guy. So anyways, we've spent the last few days getting to know some of the property. We've been around Hollywood Studios and driven around in the Hollywood Studios area. We've driven around, today we drove around Old Key West a little bit and the Saratoga Springs property, which are super cool. I'd never been to those before. I don't know why we've never visited those, but I'd never seen them before, and they're really cool, and you can get to those by boat from Disney Springs, so we're gonna have to check those out. And it's been exciting seeing some of these different properties. We went through the Art of Animation and Pop Century the other day, which was really cool. And just getting to see these places from a different perspective. We've been there as guests, now to go as a cast member is really pretty cool. So getting to know the property a little bit more, learning the skills a little bit more. Actually, the DOT pre-trip inspection, all the memorizing the inspection of the bus, is where I'm struggling on memorizing exact words, as I said in the video the other day. The skills are really not a problem. I've always considered myself a pretty decent driver, so that part has not been a problem at all. And so that I was really happy about, because I didn't know what the skills were going to be about, and I thought, oh my goodness, that's going to be one of these crazy things where if I can't get that, then I'm going to really be upset with myself. But the fact of the matter is that I'm not too bad behind the wheel. Just not too much between the ears. So the pre-trip's a little bit of a brutal thing. The road trip, I think, will be fine. When they take me out and drive me around on the road, I think that'll go fine. There's a train crossing thing that we have to memorize some steps, but I think that'll be okay. I'm starting to get that down pretty decent. And then there's a breakdown procedure that we go through, and there's some steps as far as getting that done and making sure that you put out your safety triangles and things like that at certain distances and things. So all that stuff, it's all coming together, and it's just a matter of, like, if you've never done it before and all of a sudden they say, hey, this is what we're going to do, you know, it's going to take you a little bit of time to memorize those things and go through the steps. But as I said the other day, I want to memorize it all yesterday. So I got to slow down, tranquilo, a little bit. So anyways, I don't want this video to go too long. It's obviously going to go too long. I'm going to answer some questions that we've had in the last couple of videos, and then we will get this video over. I've been trying to keep these things under 10 minutes so I don't bore you guys to death. Some of you guys have seemed to, you know, kind of like this stuff, and then others have not. You know, I've had some people say, hey, I don't like Disney, I'm out. I get it, no problem. I get it. So not a big deal. I would hope you'd stick around for me, but you know, maybe not. So Scott S. I don't know, Scott, if you continue to watch this, but he says he's an electrician at Disney and a full-time RVer, and he's going to start looking for me on property. I'll look for you as well, Scott S. I'm sure his name tag just says Scott, and there's probably, like my name says Paul, there's about, you know, 300 Scotts and Pauls, I'm assuming. I will look for you though, Scott. See, one person here, I'm down for Disney content. Another love Disney, which is awesome. Joan's RV Adventures. Joan, how you doing? Met Joan back at the RV thing. And fun fact, I believe I met you at the RV thing, is that right? I believe so. She says she read that Disney World has over 400 buses and they have a trash receptacle no further than 30 feet from where we are, so that people don't carry their trash because they would dump it. That is true. We have over 400 buses. I don't know about the trash every 30 feet, but I believe in the parks that is true. So I would have to get a measuring stick and check that. I know there's a lot of them, and that's why the park is so clean. The other reason the park is so clean is because although there's staff that is specific to custodial, there's literally over 70,000 custodial cast members, and that's literally everybody. I'm part of custodial. I pick up stuff as I walk around. Other drivers pick up stuff. If you're a manager, you pick up stuff. If you're a ride person, a ride technician, you're going to pick up stuff. If you're an electrician, you're going to pick up stuff. So that's why you don't see a lot of trash. And people just, I think, act a little bit better when they're at Disney. Adrian, who I talked about the other day, who passed, he said that my English accent sucked and that I sounded more Australian. So I'm gonna have to work on my my English accent. Hey, I'm one of the Beatles. Gonna go walk down Abbey Road. I don't know. That was probably terrible as well. But you know, what do you do? Bill Lancaster says, "Do they help with your CDL license?" And he says he has a CDL now. All the endorsements except for passenger. So yes, they do. That's what I'm going through right now. I'm going through my training so that I can pass the DOT and get my CDL. I currently did the written CDL, the written exam for the CDL, the Class B, the passenger endorsement, and the brake endorsement. And so I did those, and now this training is all about getting you through the driven part of the DOT pre-trip and the driven part of the DOT test. So yes, they do help you with that. So that's pretty cool. Oh, my mom making a comment about I'm a silly boy and forgetting the valve stem. Of course. Let me see what else we got here. Downsizing makes sense. Why are bus front wheels so far back? So what that does is when you reduce the wheelbase of your vehicle. So the wheelbase is the measurement between the center of the front and the center of the back wheel. That's your wheelbase, right? So your vehicle, if you think about the phone as a bus, if the wheel is out here, the bus can, turns based on that front wheel, right? And based on the back. So let's say the wheel is on the back, and the back where my thumbs are, that's, your turning radius is all that full thing. But when you put this up here, now you're able to turn the bus shorter. And if you put this up here, you're now able to use this back wheel, my back thumb, as a pivot point to pivot around things. Closing in the wheelbase is what gives them a better turning radius. And I will tell you that some of these places, even though they were built while the buses were here, were not really built for the long buses. They were really, really difficult to get through some of these places. Myrna Edelin says, I'm enjoying hearing about your training. Anything about behind the scenes at Disney is interesting to hear. So one of the issues I have with these videos, or one of the things I have to be careful, is really I can't share a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So there is some really, really cool stuff that I get to see that I can't share. I mean, we get to see the, you know, where the fireworks are done, and we get to see, you know, we have some really cool cafeterias in various hidden locations around the property, and I don't know if I'm allowed to share any of that, so I really have to be careful about that. I would love to share some of the stuff with you, and as I talk to more people and find out what we can and can't share, then I will do that. Don't want to lose my job just because I said, hey, there's a place named this, and they go, we don't want people to know that. I don't know what it is, you know, but every company has their proprietary information. So, and Disney definitely has theirs. So I gotta really, really be careful with that. Market share. Repeat after me 200 times. Valve stem, yes. The other day in the video I mentioned that I couldn't remember a valve stem. I remembered today. God darn it. I did. That's it. I could scroll through here all day long and get some more. But if you do have any questions, make sure you put them in the comments below the video, and I will try my best. I'm not obviously going to be able to answer every single question, because when you open it up to questions, obviously there's going to be, you know, 400 questions. But I will do my best to answer them as much as I possibly can as we move forward. And then, you know, you might take a couple of videos to ask me those questions, and then I'll be able to get those out for you. Yeah, so day 8, I've got 5 more days left of training, or on the 5th day, 4 more days left of training, and on that 5th day, the 13th day, is when I will test for my DOT, I think. Or it's the 12th day I test. I'm not sure. It's somewhere around in there. It's like the 12th or 13th day, but it's gonna be very, very soon here. Next Wednesday, I think, is the actual day that I test DOT. And that's gonna be an exciting day. I think I'll be fine. Getting the exact wording down is the problem. I'll get that memorized. I have great memory. I'll get it. It's just a matter of repetition and doing that stuff over and over and over again. In the process of doing all of this stuff, or while I've been doing this stuff, in my downtime, I have a new obsession that I have to tell you guys about, and you know, Lorena is going to say that I need to take up or find a different one. But I haven't got to kiteboard lately because in the summer here there's virtually zero wind, so I've been waiting for the winds to come back here. Anytime now in the fall they should come back, and I'll be able to get out to either coast and go kiteboarding. That's not done. There's no way. I love kiteboarding. That will always be in my wheelhouse. But I've been watching videos on paramotors. You know, it's a parachute basically with a backpack with a fan on it, and you fly that around. That's my new obsession. I've been watching paramotoring videos, specifically a kid named Tucker Gott. Tucker, G-O-T-T, Tucker Gott, that's his channel. And I've been watching his videos, and then now I've been watching all kinds of crazy stuff on paramotors. I think I'm gonna have to do it at some point in time. I don't know. I haven't got to figure out how to pay for it yet, because Lorena tells me that my hobbies are all too expensive, that I need to do something else. Because getting into paramotoring will cost about, you know, 10 to 12,000 bucks. So plus probably another 3 or 4,000 for training. And so I don't know how I'm gonna pay for that. I gotta figure that out. But Lorena wants me to take up a different hobby. She goes, why? You know, we bought pickleball things. They were like 20 bucks, the paddles. She says, why can't I get into playing pool? It's $100 for a nice cue, you know? Or maybe, I think she'd rather I do knitting or some kind of, you know, woodworking, maybe whittling, so I could do logs and stuff like that and just whittle, because it would be so much cheaper. But if you get a chance to check out Tucker Gott's channel, guys, be careful, because you're gonna get hooked. It's just, it looks so cool. I can just picture videoing stuff from up there, shooting video from up there, and taking pictures from up there, and you're flying like a bird. So that's my latest obsession. Like I said, I think it's closely related to kiting, because you still have the kite above you basically, and then you have a fan on your back, a butt fan. So latest obsession. Thanks for watching, folks. It was awesome having you here. If this is your first time here, it'd be great if you like the video and subscribe to the channel so that you can get to know us a little bit more and see what we've got moving forward as we explore the Orlando area. They're going to get a lot better as we move forward. I promise right now I've got to focus, Polly, focus on getting through the DOT and all of my Disney training so that I can get you folks all around Disney safely and knowledgeably and know where I'm going so we don't get lost. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye now.